Some things you can bury, some things you can pray over, but some things, they take root deep and grow wild. Now let me tell you about Belson, a town that thought it could plant some bad seeds and never reap the harvest. They were wrong. There came up a bad season. Crops withered where they stood, cattle lay down and just didn't get back up, and the well water tasted like dirt and decay. Folks blamed the drought, the heat, even the devil himself. But the oldest ones in town, they knew better. See, some things don't die easy. Some things, they grow wild. And the deeper the roots, the harder the curse blooms. The town of Belson used to be a nice place. Before the fields dried out and the sky turned mean, it was the kind of town where you could leave your doors unlocked and your prayers stayed at the church steps. It was good land too, soil so rich you could smell the life in it after a hard rain. But Belson was built on bad blood, and the land never forgot. There had been a feud between two families, the Grangers and the McTeers. They had hated each other longer than anyone could rightly remember. One dry summer near the end of the century, the Grangers decided they'd had enough. They found a woman out in the swamp. Nobody knew her name. She handed that little Granger boy a little black sack tied up tight and said, "Now go plant these where envy roots the deepest. But mind you, wild things answer to no one." At first, it all seemed like a joke. But then tiny black sprouts twisted up from the McTeer fields. Within a week, the corn blackened, the cattle foamed at the mouth, and their children got sick. The McTeers fled off into the night, leaving their land to rot. No one saw them pack, no one saw them leave. Just one morning, the house was empty, and the fields had gone still. The vines stayed. And the curse didn't just stay put, it grew. Through fields, wells, houses, flowers bloomed blood red under a darkening sky. 100 years later, there came the bad season. Belson had all but started to die, but if you listened at night, really listened, you could hear the vines moving. The town turned on itself next. Fences grew higher, locks snapped onto doors, and the vines grew thicker. One night, the oldest families called a meeting. They found the remains of the old McTeer's house and the roots. Beneath the floorboards, there was a mass of black, pulsing vines, all tangled up around a tiny little skeleton, no bigger than a doll. They tried to burn them, and the fire caught quick, roaring so hot that the earth cracked wide open. And for a week after, Belson flourished again. But the curse didn't die. It fed. And when it bloomed again, it bloomed everywhere. The vines weren't hungry for land anymore. They were hungry for life. And by the time folks realized it, it was too late. Belson vanished, sure enough, but the soil carries its memory in every seed. The wind spreads it further each spring. So mind your planting, 'cause bad roots love new ground. One thing's for sure, curses don't care about county lines. So drop us a like to keep the lights on. Make sure to subscribe and pass it on to your favorite bad seed. Sweet dreams if you can find them. I'll see you next time on Dead Time Stories HQ.